Hey guys, Matt Donald here. It's late. It's so late. It's like 2 in the morning, and having to record this message for the Paleobites Patreon has interfered with my usual bout of lying in bed and perusing TikTok while waiting for my pills to kick in. But the money, the vast quantities of wealth I get from this show beckons like the seductive sirens it is. So here I am recording this message about the Paleobites Patreon. You know, that money, I want more of it, please. So subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/MatthewDonald. There you can find bonus episodes for Paleobites, and you can also get ad-free versions of the show now this show has ads. Like I said, money. Have you seen stuff up there? It's expensive. Gotta hustle, you know? Gotta swindle. Anyways, yeah, so subscribe to my Patreon for bonus episodes of Paleobites, for ad-free versions of the show, and just to show your support, you know, just show that you're a nice guy or gal or non-binary pal. Just help a brother out, man. This crap's hard. Oh yeah, as for what we're talking about for the bonus episode, I don't know.
Roar, growl, snarl, bellow.
Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast that's like the difference between Carcharodontosaurus and Ceratops. Utterly superfluous. My name is Matthew Donald, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by someone that I met a long time ago, and we've recently reconnected. He is probably one of the most official dino people that I know of on this show, because he actually... Are you a paleontologist, or do you work in paleontology, or what?
I'm working on being a paleontologist, but I do field work, and I am a volunteer at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, Fossil Prep Lab.
Nice. Anyways, it's Spencer... Oh god, what is your last name?
Mayhew.
usually
like Peter Mayhew?
Mayhew?
Yeah, like Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca.
Okay, it's Spencer Mayhew. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Matt? Are you Matt or Matthew?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Do you go?
I go by Matt casually, but
All
Matthew
right.
professionally.
Gotcha.
It really is whatever you feel comfortable with. So just call me, you know, dude or loser or whatever if you want. That's not a big deal. In fact, there's been times where like I would hang out with my friends and one of them was like, "Hey, loser," and I turn around because I knew they were talking to me.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
It's good stuff. So, but yeah, so this is your first episode of the show. We love to have you on, Mr. Mayhew. And so the first question I tend to ask, because I start each episode with like a dinosaur-related question. Sometimes it's something silly, sometimes it's something serious, or sometimes mostly it's silly. But like for the first, whenever a new co-host has their first episode, usually I would ask them what their favorite dinosaur is.
T-Rex is probably my all-time favorite.
Did you see the new paper that said, like, it might be even bigger, except it's just the average? That's not the average, that's like the largest possible size.
Yes, I did. Very interesting paper. I think they're trying to show, like, use T-Rex as an example and show it for, like, animals in general
Right.
and have, like, randomly huge
But then
sizes.
all the news outlets to get the clickbait going said, T-Rex might be bigger, even though, yeah, it's all...
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So, it's good stuff, but you're like me in that you have, like, a normie answer where I'm like... Because, like, my normie answer is Stegosaurus. But if anyone wants to know my real favorite dinosaur, it's Sinraptor, the Chinese Metriacanthosaurid that I discovered as a kid. I thought it was really cool. I know it's like the most basic ass theropod dinosaur, but for some reason it has my heart, and it will always be my favorite.
That's a good choice, for sure.
I mean, it makes me sound like an official dinosaur nerd, which is pretty cool. Because people are like, Sinraptor, is that like some sort of... Is that like a velociraptor with like a road sign? I'm like, no. It's not even related to the dromaeosaurs. It's I don't know why it's called Sinraptor.
Nah,
but
he's especially good at trigonometry. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. He is. Watch out for the cosine raptor, the tangent raptor. Yeah, for sure. I tend to go on tangents a lot myself, like this one. So I'm feeling a bit hungry. I didn't eat much today, so after we record, I'm going to go get something to eat, and that should be fun. I'm very much looking forward to that. But that time is not now. Now it is recording time. It is podcast.
What are you gonna eat?
I don't know, probably Chick-fil-A. Like,
There you go, dude. Gotta eat those dinosaurs.
I gotta eat the dinosaurs indeed. No need for the cows. Eat the dinosaurs. I mean, people give chickens. Chickens are basically, they think they're Tyrannosauruses sometimes. They can be nasty.
Yeah, roosters are spooky. They're
if you ever get chased down by a chicken, it is one of the most terrifying things. It activates a primal part of your brain that you didn't know was there about being chased by a big dinosaur, and it's just terrifying. I've also been chased by geese and swans. Swans are just assholes. People.
Yeah, geese are terrifying alone. I've gotten hissed at geese, but before.
And geese have teeth. They have weird beak teeth, or tongue teeth or throat teeth or something.
Yeah, man, they're terrifying. I believe they actually used a swan for the hissing noise in Jurassic Park, or that was
for the Dilophosaurus, I'm sure. There's a bit of a swan.
I think it's
really?
Yeah.
I know that for the calls for the Velociraptor, they have it's a mix of dolphin and walrus noises. It's always interesting to see. It's always interesting to see what creatures they make that make the certain roars of animals. I know the T-Rex had a mix of a bunch of things, but also had a plane taking off was one of the sound effects they used for a T-Rex.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know they used
and then I know for the Carnotaurus and dinosaur, they had a mix between a bunch of leopards and lions and pigs, but also macaws for a bit of the screech. So, it's sound mixing is an underrated thing in movies, and I think most modern movies don't really. I mean, maybe it's just nostalgia, but I feel like there was a lot of iconic sound effects in older movies that most modern movies. I mean, I think the Marvel movies have some good sound effects, like the repulsors of the Iron Man thing, or anything Mjolnir does. Thor's hammer, I think, has good sound mixing, but
sound design is a crucial element of cinema. And it often gets
I feel like
it's so cool.
I like the Jurassic World movies, but I don't think any of their dinosaurs and introducing them have very iconic noises like the Velociraptor and the T-Rex and Dilopho.
I think the Indominus is close.
Yeah, and I think the Giganotosaurus has some
close.
good little throat growls,
yeah, it's
yeah, that one's.
I love that.
But one thing that would not probably have a roar, maybe a bit of a grunt, though, is Kaprosuchus, the creature we are talking about today. Kaprosuchus is one of those land crocodiles of dinosaur times that people don't seem to realize, how prevalent they were, and how it really, the crocodilians are so varied. Nowadays they don't seem as such, but back then there were so many different types and so many different body plans. It means boar crocodile is what it means. Type, it is a Mahajanga a family of crocodilomorphs in the larger notosuchian branch. Notosuchians, I think, are cool. Take my word for it. They're like the running crocs, boar crocs. It is 10 to 13 feet, so that's 3 to 4 meters long, which is about the size of some big-ish alligators and crocodiles of today. Not quite like Gustav size. Have you heard of Gustav?
No, I haven't.
Gustav is my co-host Laura Owsley, who's on this a couple times, and we like to talk about Gustav because it is a very famous Nile crocodile that may be dead at this point, because I think the last I heard was 2019. Someone claimed they shot it. It was a 20-foot long Nile crocodile that was born or hatched in the 50s, so it's very old, and it's a man-eater. They think it's killed upwards of about 300 people.
Oh my god.
At that point, it's not for food. It's just for the pleasure of eating man flesh.
Oh my god. That's terrifying.
Yeah, Gustav is freaking terrifying. And it was like a running joke on the show, unintentionally, because I kept bringing it up. At first, I was like, "Oh, Gustav is this crocodile with a really fun name," but I thought it killed a couple people or something. But then the next time I was like, "Oh, it's actually killed a couple dozen people." I looked it up, but then the next time I was like, "I once again grossly underestimated. It's killed over 300 people." Every time I brought it up, I found out that it had killed way more people than I thought it would. So Gustav is either alive and waiting for his next kill, or he's currently burning in hell because he has been killed. But he's not burning in hell. He's thriving in hell. He's ruling hell like.
Absolutely. I love this Gustav guy. I'm looking at pics, and Are they legit or like?
There's the
like
only picture I know of him that I think is legitimate is like where there's some geese or something by him. Yeah, there's this one picture of him taken for National Geographic that has some geese next to him. Yeah, he's enormous. He looks like an angry old man. It's kind of like
maybe
the crocodile
eating
equivalent.
all the people that go on his lawn.
Yeah, it's like get out of my lake. Like he just he kind of is like the crocodile equivalent of like what is that character that Clint Eastwood plays, Gran Torino? Like just an angry, ripped old man. Like
I love how like you look it up and it says known for allegedly killing up to two. Allegedly killing.
Yeah, because obviously it's kind of difficult
people.
to verify. But he's greatly... Anyways, I bring up Gustav a lot whenever I bring up crocodiles. And Kaprosuchus is like Gustav, except not quite as big, but could run. So...
Yeah.
So Kaprosuchus is... it's a carnivore. It lived in the Mid Cretaceous, 96 to 94 million years ago. Location, Niger. It was described in 2009. Pop culture appearances. National Geographic's When Crocs Ate Dinosaurs. The show Primeval. Ark Survival Evolved. Jurassic Park Builder. Jurassic World Alive. And Jurassic World the Game. All the Ludia mobile games for Jurassic World, which I am currently addicted to Jurassic World the Game. It is a terrible microtransaction-filled nightmare. I like to say it's just as predatory as any of the dinosaurs that live in it, but it has my soul. Like, so... I love Jurassic World the game. I've spent too much money on it.
It is fun. It is fun. I step back eventually, and I try to get into Jurassic World Alive.
I have not been able to step back yet. I've got caught in the throes of it. It's got me in the grips. So, but Kaprosuchus is known mainly from a complete skull, with its lower jaw measured almost 60 centimeters long. So. And it's got, like, tusk-like caniforms, which I guess is where it gets its name, like a boar. It's interesting to have, like, canine, like, sharp, bigger canine teeth, because most teeth of archosaurs, like dinosaurs and crocodiles, they're very uniform. Like, it's mainly mammals that have very varied teeth, but this has quite varied teeth.
Yeah, that's why I like Kaprosuchus so much. It's very monstrous looking. It's very strange.
Yeah, I always imagine, like, if I ever do my Megazoic books again, I might, because, like, they have futurist technology, but they didn't always, so I wanted to kind of, I've been thinking about doing, like, a prequel, which goes back to when they had medieval-style technology, and, the Kaprosuchus, or creatures like it, I would imagine, they were like the wargs in Lord of the Rings, is their equivalent of it. So, like, monstrous crocodiles.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so,
That's
like,
awesome.
they have to look. And so some of the smaller dinosaurs might... Because only the dinosaurs are sentient. Most of the other creatures are not. So there'd be smaller dinosaurs that would ride the Kaprosuchus or something. Like, and then they'd be, like, fearsome mounts, like, that would eat other dinosaurs, like the wargs do in Lord of the Rings. So...
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Thanks. I think I'd call them, like, something like crogs or something, like croc dogs. They'd call them, like, watch out for the crogs! They're riding crogs! Something that could, like, because they wouldn't just be Kaprosuchus, there's probably a bunch of other ones too that they'd, because I like to incorporate as many species as possible in my books. So
Paleosaurus is underrated.
Paleosaurus is great. It's like a Dinosuchus but way more recent, and it's a caiman. Wait, am I thinking of the right one? Paleosaurus? Yeah, I think I.
Yeah. They're the
like,
largest. Let me see.
I think Paleosaurus is in mammal times.
They're
I think
recent. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think it goes like 15,
so cool.
10 to 5 million years ago, I think, is when they lived. Yeah, so they were in the Amazon, and they were a caiman. They were, like, yeah, far more recent.
Oh, wow, they're in the same family as alligators.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's cool.
Paleosaurus, I think, kind of went after, like, you know, the toxodonts, like those big South American mammals of the time. I think that's what it ate mainly. So.
Cool.
Pretty scary stuff. I don't know. It is not Kaprosuchus, but
tangent there.
That's okay. This show is known for its tangents. If, like, you don't like tangents, you don't like this show. Let me see what was in the formation that it lived in. It was in the... Because it was found by Paul Sereno, who I've met. I don't know if you've met Paul Sereno. He came to the Denver Museum once for a talk years back, and I got to listen to him. So that was cool.
Did? Dang.
Yeah,
I missed out.
So I love. That's one of my big fun, I guess, claim to fame things I like to say. It's like I met Paul Sereno, so, like, I didn't actually meet him.
That's
I just
sick.
heard him talk. I didn't actually get to talk to him or anything, but I heard him talking. He was fun.
Dang, when was this?
It was like years back, like I think like 2009 or something.
Oh wow, yeah, I would have known who he was, but
Yeah.
I was
Well,
I saw Ken Carpenter do a talk there. He used to be the
that's
curator,
cool though.
Yeah, it was over like a Skype thing. It was like for a school event. That was fun.
Oh, nice. Was it like during COVID, or was he just not available to like?
No, literally like around 2009. Like I was a baby. It was,
yeah. You were a baby. You're so much younger than I am. You're a Gen Z, or I'm a millennial. So, wait, when were you born? What year were you born?
2000.
Oh, okay. So you are a Gen Zer. Yeah. So I'm a 91 baby. So.
Oh, okay. Do you have like any memories of like Jurassic Park coming out? Like kind of like because you would have been like 2, but like did you get any
I don't remember Jurassic Park
anything?
coming out. I remember Jurassic Park 2 coming out. I remember watching both of them on VHS, and then Jurassic Park 3 was I think the first PG-13 movie I saw in theaters. So
nice. Did you hate it when it came out? Because a lot of people did.
I actually quite enjoyed it. I found out later that a lot of people hated it, and I was like, "Yeah, what?" I was used to liking movies a lot of people hated. Like
I love that movie
because like I loved the Star Wars prequels, and when I went online, it was just constant hate for them because I grew up with the prequels, right? So I saw Phantom Menace in theaters and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, loved all of them, and then I found out up until Revenge of the Sith, anyways, people kind of liked that one, but then now people really like the prequels because they grew up with them and they're on the internet now. So.
I grew up with them too, and let me tell you, man, I don't like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I still can't get behind those.
Fair enough.
I love Revenge of the Sith.
Fair enough.
I love Revenge of the Sith. Like
I like the noises of them though, but I guess if you don't like pod racing, then that's like Phantom Menace is like considered one of the coolest parts of it. So if you don't like that, then I guess Phantom Menace is not for you.
Hey,
which
the
is
Duel
fine.
of the Fates.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah. Anyways, Kaprosuchus. That's a running joke on this show where like we go on a tangent and I say like anyway, so the creature we're talking about that's Kaprosuchus, its eyes open laterally. It says an angled slightly forward rather than upward, which means there was some stereoscopic vision, which I guess leads credence to the theory of it being more of a active predator. But then also there's some evidence that say it might have been now thought to have been semi-aquatic rather than fully terrestrial, which I think is kind of a shame, but I guess you do you alligator-ish creatures.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like papers on this dude.
Yeah, see, you're
like,
looking at the official stuff. I'm just looking at Wikipedia because I'm a casual, but you're looking at the official papers. It's cool.
Oh shucks. Called me an official. I'm not. Well,
I mean, look,
try.
More so than me. Like, okay, so this lived alongside Crocodilosaurus and Spinosaurus, Rugops. I like Rugops because it's such a crap name for a dinosaur.
It is.
Poor old,
yeah.
just means front-facing thing or something like that. Like wrinkle face is what it means. Oh, that sounds lame. Poor Rugops.
Did you know that the Indominus Rex had Rugops DNA? It had like everything.
Yeah. So yeah, it looked like in terms of that formation, it lived in Niger. Why do I keep thinking it's in Madagascar? Maybe because it's okay. It's not Madagascar. That's my bad. It's because it's called Mahajanga Sukid.
Mahajanga Sukid, which is like Majangasaurus
Majangasaurus and also like Madagascar. So that's my bad. It's not from Madagascar. I blame that for being so hungry and craving Chick-fil-A. So my brain is not quite working properly. So
the Chick-fil-A episode.
It's the Chick-fil-A sponsored episode. Eat more chicken, guys. Like so. Side note, I have gay friends, and I'm very supportive of my homosexual. I'm not homophobic. I'm sorry. The chicken is really good. and I've talked to some of my gay friends. I'm like, is it okay if I eat Chick-fil-A? And they're like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. So,
yeah, man, you don't want them sponsoring you. No, sir.
No, I know. I do not want to be sponsored by it because I heard that for PR purposes they're getting better about it, but otherwise, Yeah. Anyway, so
Is there any other chicken that's like as good as Chick-fil-A? Because like I'm a gluten-free person, so I can't really eat anything else.
Cane's is pretty good. Was that one that closed?
Cane's. Cane's is very good. Yeah, I like Cane's.
Popeyes is all
Castle
right,
Rock,
but then again, they might also be bad. And there's no ethical consumption in capitalism, so they all suck. So
that's also true. Yeah.
So, anyways, now that we're talking about food, I guess poor Kaprosuchus has been left on the side here. Let's just say it was a possibly running crocodile, possibly semi-aquatic, possibly not. It could have had it had like enlarged caniforms, like for the boar teeth. That is very much unlike the aquatic crocodiliforms, but because it had relatives that were semi-aquatic, they thought that it might also be semi-aquatic. But it had some like elongate, platy, rostal, and tube-like snouts. So who knows? Who cares? Because I'm starving. Let's rate it 1 out of 65 million and get the hell out of here.
Dang. Kaprosuchus. It's just a fraction, you know? It's nothing. It's a decimal point.
I like Kaprosuchus. I'm going to give it like 40 million.
I have a Popo figure of it, so I really like Kaprosuchus.
Yeah, I'm sorry for not giving it the justice it deserves. Again, this is meant to be... This show is not... I always say it's 30% educational, 70% entertainment is kind of what I go for. So... but no, I think we covered the basics of Kaprosuchus, so I wager this was a successful episode. We did it again, boys! So... please still be friends with me after this. Spencer's like, why did I befriend this guy? What the hell is going on? What's wrong with my life?
No.
What's wrong with my life? This poor guy. Anyway,
are you still up in Highlands Ranch?
I am. Yes.
Yeah, we should hang out sometime.
We should. Are you born 2000? Yes, you are old enough to go to a bar or something. Cool.
Yes, I am.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad that I'm leaving this in because it's wholesome. So, but otherwise, if that's it for this week, if you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact me at paleobitespodcast@gmail.com. For any questions to me or the general co-host, you can find me on social media at paleobitespod on Twitter or MatthewDon64 on Twitter and everywhere else like Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Where can they find you?
You can find me at my YouTube channel, Cretaceous Cast, and my Twitter, Cast Cretaceous. And make sure to watch my short film, Bygone.
It's quite good. I recommend it. I recommend it. It is very well done, very professionally made, and has an awesome-looking bioluminescent Torvosaurus in it. So,
wait, you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, that's it for this week. As we say at the end of every episode of Paleo Bites, whatever your Dilophosaurus sounds. Off to get chicken.